Hey, what's up, YouTube? Oh, let's talk about this week. How about it? Man, oh man. Right now, let's see. I'm in Gretna, Nebraska at a truck stop taking my 34-hour reset. Wasn't intended to be my 34-hour reset, but it's what it turned into. Just had Walmart deliver me a bunch of stuff, a bunch of goodies. I couldn't go anywhere. I'm out of town, so I can't move the truck. So Walmart has delivery, and I know I'm probably sheltered because I don't like to shop. I just found out about that. I just found out a couple weeks ago that you can do pickup. So since I hate to shop, I had them shop for me and bring it to me to my vehicle, but they also deliver, which is what happened today. So that they brought me a bunch of my food and everything here to the truck stop to me, which is awesome. Happy. So yeah, let's talk about my week. I did about 2,200 miles this week. Could have been more, but I ran out of time because on Wednesday I was going through Iowa, and Iowa got a big ass whiteout, snowstorm, high winds, ice, and I'm telling you, there was a stretch of road for about 50 miles. If you imagine just this, a big square, and it's a grid. Imagine a grid. That's all Iowa is out there. Those fields is big squares with those straight line roads in between them. And there was this one point I was empty. Matter of fact, let me show you this clip on my TikTok. Today, man, when the weather came through, the snow and the ice and the wind, dude, I damn near jackknifed like twice. The first time, I swear, I was going this way, and the next thing I know, I'm like this. And they teach you to spin with the... My trailer was off the side of the road. I don't know how it grabbed. The wind just kind of stopped blowing, and I was able to straighten it back out. The second one wasn't as bad, but I still felt my rear end go up from under me. I was empty. My trailer was blowing all over the place. The wind up here in Iowa was damn near... Ooh, my butthole puckered some... I got some fucking cloth in my asshole today, I tell you, from that. Yeah. Woo, buddy. I was puckered. I'm still picking cotton up my butt. But I'll tell you, if you're not following my TikTok, I'm going to link it down below. Go follow my TikTok, because I do update videos on there 2 or 3 times a week, probably. And then, of course, I do this weekly update here. So I've never liked driving in the snow and ice, and I have refused to do so in the past. And I don't care what's going to happen with this current job. I'm going to talk to them. Listen, I can't be up north. That's not what I want. It's not what I like. This is not 20 years ago super trucker status. I'm not out here to have super trucker status. This is not what I'm going to do. If I don't feel safe in the environment, how can I be as safe as you need me to be? I don't want to hurt myself, much less anybody else. So I just need to get myself out of that environment altogether. So I need to talk to my DTL and express that to them and see. And you know, he's a nice fella. He's a good guy. So I feel like we'll be able to come to an understanding. Yeah, I mean, trucking, you can't choose your loads, but I'm telling you, if I don't feel safe under certain conditions, I'm just not going to do it. I won't. So, and I like this company. I do. I like Schneider. I like the they have the OCs around. They have courtesy cars there. They got laundry facilities. They got showers. I'm not sure how many companies have that many places around the country that you can just take advantage of things like that. But other than that, 48 hours, 36 hours of crap, because I was driving for like 40, 50 miles before I was trying to get to my next load, and like I said, I'm driving, I can't see, there's no shoulders, it's just 2-lane roads, and you go off the road and you're in the ditch, so there's nowhere to pull off, and you can't see. There's some points I couldn't see just barely my hood. So I'm going from 10 mile an hour to 20 to 30 to back to 10. You know, the speed's fluctuating. So I'm driving to conditions. So that's what you want to be. You want to make sure you continue to do. Always drive to the conditions. If its speed limit's 30 and you can only go 10, guess what? You're only going 10. Drive to the conditions. Stay as safe as possible. And that's just what I do, and that's what I live by. Again, I've said it for years, even when I was driving a taxi. I don't want to hurt anybody else, much less anybody else. So people who are in my taxis are automatically as safe as I can make them. And that's all I can say to people around me on the road. You're automatically as safe as I can make you, because I don't want to hurt myself. I'm number one. That's just facts. And if I don't feel safe in a situation or an environment, then I can't be as safe as I could be or should be. That's just the way it is. Some of the older people, older truckers were like, just suck it up and do it. Whatever. I don't know. I don't care. 20 years ago, it's probably like that, but no, I'm not. Like I said, I'm just out here to work and make a living. There's plenty of other places in the country you can send me, but it doesn't have that snow and ice. I chose my particular region for a reason. Like I said, nobody's fault, and it's winter time, of course, but there's parts of the country that's not covered in snow and ice and high winds. That's just facts. So I'm just glad to have a conversation and see how that goes. It should go well. I would think it'd go well. But I could have did about 2,600 to 2,700 miles this week. But if it wasn't for that delay and getting down here late, it's just because of weather. But it is what it is. We'll figure it out. I'm still enjoying Schneider. There's only one thing that I say that I have an issue with their policies, and that's their communication procedures. I can't talk to the planners directly. My message has to go through somebody else, and I don't like that. It doesn't make sense to me why they do that. If a planner could talk to the driver and they can realize his plan, then they can plan more accordingly. It just makes sense. It could be a hell of a lot more efficient that way. A lot more productive. A lot more profitable on all angles. But that's the only downside I have with Schneider, is the communication process they have. That's it. Honestly, right now, that's it. To tell you what I have learned, I don't like driving bobtail. You may think driving just a tractor itself is easier than driving the trailer. No, it's not. It's easier to drive this thing with a trailer. And high winds, it's not, because if you're empty, you're getting blown everywhere. But I did learn if you slide your hand in the back, you get more traction and more control during the high winds, so that's good to know. And I was talking to a trucker buddy of mine. I was like, dude, I've been hauling 77, 78. Hell, I did like a 79,000 pound load this week. And I showed him my scale ticket, and I barely had like maybe 200 pounds off each axle just to be legal. He's like, dude, you're always heavy. I'm like, well, I've realized that. I'm always heavy, 70K or above. And I've learned that I like driving heavy more than I like driving light. I mean, outside of the whole stopping thing, it takes you longer to stop, but you have better control over I feel like you have better control over the rig, and you can feel all the movements, and it just rides better. I know you would say, well, that makes sense because they're designed that way. Yeah, but that also does more wear and tear on the vehicle and the trailer. The heavy loads do, but it just feels better when you're loaded heavy, 70,000 or higher. It just feels like you got more control. And granted, all the moves you make are amplified as well, so you got to make sure your driving is smooth. So, yeah, so far, not bad. Yesterday, the 15th, was my official first day of solo 1 month ago. My official load anniversary would have been the 16th. So, 1 month solo exactly with Schneider. Someone did ask me to break down the pay a little bit. I will tell you the pay within Schneider varies on your account and your zip code. But most people that I've seen on different job postings, they all start within like the mid-40s, 45, 46, 44 to 47, 48, maybe 50, depending on your experience. But as a zero experience, you're going from like 44 to 47, depending on your location in the country, because different places cost more money, which also varies in the wages, of course. It's just the way it is. But once you get experience, like for me, after I think 60 days I get a raise, 90 days I get a raise, 6 months I get a raise, and after a year I'll be over 50 cents a mile. That's if I stay here, which, like I said, there's more than just money. Is not my sole motivator. I like the company. I like the people I talk to. I like my team leader. Just when I have an issue, I voice it, and it's mostly all the time wrong with the communication process. That's my biggest vice. I've just came from years of logistics. Hey, I see a my name's Larry, and Larry Transport just pulled onto the Flying J, baby. Yeah. This is Larry Trans, but I'm sure it's Transport. That was cool. But yeah, I got a load a Prius Silent put on me a little bit ago. I'm looking at it. It's going up into Wisconsin. Snow and ice. I'm about to make a phone call and talk about that. I don't want to be in that area. I don't want to be in those areas. Like I said, someone will say, well, if you work for me, I'll tell you where to go or go home. Whatever. If worst case scenario, I'll go home, because how can I be as safe as you want me to be if I'm in an area that I'm not comfortable? You may also say driving in it more gets you more comfortable. I don't want to. I don't like the ice and snow. I don't care who you are, what kind of tires you got, what kind of vehicle you got, how good a driver you are. Ice is undefeated. Mother Nature wants you, she's going to get you. I don't want to be a stat, and I don't want to hurt nobody. It's just the way it is. But again, I'm enjoying the experience. I'm really pleased with my decision. So some of you out there have been messaging me saying, hey, the rumors, the bad stuff about Schneider's true. It's all about your perspective. What are you choosing to focus on? I'm choosing to focus on gaining my experience and just seeing what the future holds for me, see what doors open. But again, it's not about money for me. I mean, great, you want to make money, yes, but money is not my motivator. There's more to it than that. That's it. That's my week. I hope you all. And I took an Uber to a vape shop here last night, and he starts Schneider in Green Bay. I think he said next week or the week or after Christmas, right? No, after New Year's. He starts his orientation up in Green Bay right after the first of the year. He's been driving for Uber for 5 years here in Omaha. I thought it was cool, and yeah. And I've had a few messages from people here on YouTube saying they're starting their Schneider orientation here soon. So listen, just absorb all the information, absorb everything, and go in it with it for the right reasons, and don't listen to other people's opinions. Of course, you might want to hear them just to see, so you can look for something that you may find familiar or the same problem that person was having, but you may not even consider that a problem. You may be comfortable up in the ice and snow. You may want to drive up in the ice and snow. I don't. And that's my biggest complaint. And if that's my if that's my biggest complaint besides the communication, then is it really that bad? For me, yes. Because like I said, if I don't feel safe behind this wheel, I shouldn't be driving it in that environment. I have learned my truck. I feel very comfortable behind the wheel driving this truck and operating this vehicle, but I don't like ice. I just won't do it. So that's my week. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Any questions, comments, tips, or whatever, put them down there, and look forward to reading what you write. Have a good day, y'all.